Hi, in this video I am going to explain how we can get started with Databricks Free Edition, and I will give a quick tour around all these options which are available so that you can understand which all things are there in Databricks and where to find them. To get started with Databricks, we shall open this login.databricks.com, which is the URL for Databricks Free Edition. And I have already logged in, but first time you will see the sign up or login option or login using Google or Microsoft. So you can use any of the option and just get inside it. Once you log in, so this is our home screen. And home screen they keep updating, like time to time they show different options. So let's start by understanding these options one by one. In the workspace part, this is where we write our code. We create our notebooks and so many more things. But mainly we use this to write our code for our PySpark or SQL queries, whatever we want to do. In recents, we will see the items that we have recently worked upon. And in catalog, this is the link to Unity catalog. So we will see which Unity catalog we have currently connected, all the uh, catalog schema and tables inside that, and whatever catalogs are shared using delta sharing. All these things we will see here. Here we will be able to open the tables, volumes, all those things we will be able to check out. In this jobs and pipeline section, here we can create different jobs and pipeline like ingestion pipeline, ETL pipeline, a new orchestration job. All these things we create and manage here. Compute we will discuss at the end. In the marketplace, we see different objects which are available, like it may contain some data shared by third parties or some reusable models. There can be different objects, but whatever is available in the marketplace we can check it out. Some of these we can use for free, some we can buy. Even our own products we can publish them on the marketplace, and those will be available to the whole world. And moving on, this next section, it is for SQLs. So in the SQL editor, we can write and execute any kind of SQL queries. We can save them. This is a simple interface so that without writing any notebook, if we want to just write some SQL queries and execute them. In queries, we will see the SQL queries, whichever we have saved while we are writing in the SQL editor. We can directly create from here as well, and it will take us to SQL editor only. In dashboard, we will see the dashboard which we have created. We can create new dashboards. In Jenny, we will see the Jenny workspaces. So Jenny, it is like we create a AI based solution on top of multiple tables or databases or volumes, so that later on we will be able to query them based on natural language. So that's for that purpose we create this Jenny. And in alert, we will see the email related alerts which we have created. And in query history, we will see the queries which has been run previously. Currently, I have not run anything, so we are not seeing. And here we have different filters also. So depending on that, we will see the history of queries here. In SQL warehouses, we will see different warehouses, and this SQL warehouse and compute are interrelated. We will see later on. In job runs, we will see the runs of job which has been performed previously. So in the job and pipeline section, we create the job, and here we can see the job runs. So these same job runs we can even see directly in this part also. So that's how these two are related to each other. Similarly, this data ingestion, this option is also related to jobs and pipeline. There also we can create ingestion pipeline, or this is the same part like where we ingest some data. So this is a relatively newer feature in Databricks, and recently they have launched this. Now they are adding more and more connectors to ingest the data from various sources. In the next section, it is AI and ML related part, which is mainly related to machine learning people. And if we want to use AI like playground, this is where we can use any of the model and just chat with it. However, like we chat with chat GPT or what other LLMs are there. So similar way we can play around and talk to them, and then we can perform some experiments programmatically in ML models. Those we see here. Features, this is again ML feature where we create features for our machine learning models and store them here. Models, like the name itself says, like these, here we will see the machine learning model which are registered in this workspace. So these, some of these come by default, which are by default provided by Databricks itself. And if you can see, these are mentioned in this catalog and this schema. So these same models we will see in the catalog section as well. And in serving, we will see the models, the serving of the model. So in model, it is like we have created some kind of code, let's say, which is ready to use. And if that model we serve and it is available to be used through APIs and through playground, that is what they call as serving. So these are some of the serving which are by default ready by Databricks side. And we can even create more serving like these. Even we can connect with OpenAI kind of model. Some model are not available here, like that we create here. Next, going to this compute option, which is the very important. So right now I'm in free edition. Here we will see only these three tabs. In this first section, we will see SQL warehouses. Here we will see vector database or vector search. Here we can see the web apps created in Databricks. But if we go to any paid workspace, so there we will see more option. In free edition, they only provide serverless compute. That's why we see this option. So if I go to my paid workspace, so these are all the options available in the compute part. So here we will see the all-purpose clusters, the job clusters, the SQL warehouses where we run only SQL related queries, vector search, it is already there in free edition as well. Here we create instance pools, policies also we create here. Apps we already saw, it is there in free edition. And this is some latest feature where they provide Lakebase also, where we create a Postgres database. So these are all the options which are available in paid version. In free edition, we will see only these three. And along with these left side options, on the right side also here we have some important options. In this drop down, we will see all the workspaces available to us. In free edition anyway, it will be only one. But if we have paid one, we will see multiple options here, or multiple workspaces, and even this manage account option if we are an admin, where we can manage our account. Now in free, going back to free edition, this option, it is about the AI assistant. So using this assistant, we can write the code, change settings. There are so many things we can do with it, but it is the AI related feature. And this is a new option added by Databricks very recently. So it has two views now. So currently the view, these options we see, this is called as Lakehouse, where technical people, they do whatever they want to do. And for non-technical people, they have created a separate UI itself. If I click on this Databricks one, it will take me to another UI, which is very simple. So this is created for business owners. And here we will see only three things: dashboards, Jenny workspaces, and apps. So these are related to business owners. So that's why they have created this as a separate UI itself. Now moving back, and if I click on this button, here we will see the logout and other option. These settings, these are important. So we can change some of the settings or modify things here. We can generate our personal access token and all. So these are the options at a high level, and anyway we will go through each and everything in lot more detail, then you will understand more. So that's all I wanted to explain here. Thank you. Bye bye.